Jai Shri Krishna.
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 બધા દેખે ને માટે વિડીયોમાં હું આવી જાવ ને આપી આવી જાવ ને આમાં આવી જાવ બધા દેખે ને માટે
Okay, it's 6:30. Kranti ji, you ready?
Yes.
Ghanshyam ji is also here.
Yes,
Yes.
Ghanshyam is also
ready
here.
ready
Welcome, sir.
थैंक यू
Yes.
आप सभी का भी वेलकम है
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण अमरीश दास बाबू हरे कृष्ण
Jai. Hare Krishna.
So, with the permission of all of you, esteemed panel here, should I start the session?
Please, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Jayapataka Swami is also here.
Jai Maharaj.
Jai.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. This is His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Hare
Jai
Krishna.
Maharaj.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kranti Nagwekar from KNC Services, and a very, very warm welcome to all the dignitaries and all the viewers from India and across the world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
As you all aware, today's topic of the session is importance of spirituality in today's life and business, especially in today's world when the whole world is into a crisis situation. I think we are very, very lucky to have such an esteemed panel who is advising us today and on how to deal with this current critical situation and balance it with spirituality. I would like to introduce Mr. Alfred Ford, also known as Ambarish Prabhu ji, from Ford Motor USA, and who is the chairman of ISKCON TOP project. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj,
Jai.
head of Mayapur ISKCON worldwide headquarters.
Jai Maharaj.
Shri Balram Govind ji and his son Prasanna ji, who is a founder, member, and managing director of Thangamayil Jewellers Public Limited
Jai.
from Tamil Nadu.
Jai.
We also have Ghanshyam Bhai Dholakia, who is a founder and managing director, Hare Krishna Exports, with us.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai. Hare Krishna.
And my co-host, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Singhania, who is the managing director of Tanmay Jewellers and Tanmay Land Developers from USA.
Hare Krishna.
I must say he has got one of the most beautiful showroom in America. He is the founder of Indian Jewelry Association of North America, started fundivine.com, crowdfunding platform to help divine causes in India and worldwide. One of the famous jewelers in North America and philanthropist. Personally, I know him very well, and he is a person you can really count on for any help. I'm very thankful for his friendship and his guidance and initiation of this session. So I think I have not met such a philanthropist jeweler as yet like him. I think most of his profits, I think more than 50% he does on donations. So Sanjay ji, thank you so much. And I would now request you to take up the session ahead. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Good
you
evening,
so
Sanjay
much.
ji. Good evening from India.
Good evening, sir. Ravi ji, thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna. Jayapataka Swami ji, Alfred ji, Balram ji, Ghanshyam ji, and I see Rajvilas ji, and all the audience. Thank you so much for joining in such a short notice. So we have His Holiness Jayapataka Swami ji, who is one of the leading sannyasis in ISKCON. I would like to show a quick introduction video about him, and Kranti ji will explain the glories of His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji after the video. So, with your permission, I would like to show the video as his introduction, and we'll go from there. 1 second. We're all set.
Looking for a spiritual path.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
I had already tried Buddhism, trying esoteric Judaism. So doing yoga, tried some other Western processes like astral projection. Then I decided I needed a guru. And one lady turned her head. She looked at me. I saw a white mark on her forehead. I don't know where I saw that before. This lifetime, I hadn't seen it. And when I saw it, I got so frightened. The hairs were standing up in the back of my back. And I was like that, totally freaked out. And I ran as fast as I could. I ran and I ran. I ran for like 2 kilometers. And when I got back, they were gone. Someone taught me how to chant mantras. I chanted for 6 hours non-stop, and I got such an experience. It was so powerful. This chanting of the holy names is so powerful. I'd done many kinds of meditation before, but nothing had so much effect on me like this. It was inexplicable. And then like that, I went to Montreal, I met Prabhupada, and he gave me a lot of mercy. I committed, I took initiation.
Thank you so much for watching. This is a small introduction. Kantiji, please, back to you. 1 second, you are muted. You have to unmute.
Yes, I think it's a great honor that you have given me to introduce His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji. I think this video speaks a lot about him, and the more I like, because there is a good connection what I have with West Bengal. So it really touching me also. He was born in 1949 in Milwaukee, USA, studied in Brown University, joined ISKCON in 1968 at the age of 18. And I think over the last 50 years, he's been serving Krishna consciousness. One of the first serving governing body commissioner of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Currently the senior most sannyasi in Gaudiya Sampradaya, one of the vice presidents of World Hindu Federation, chairman of Temple of Vedic Planetarium Exhibition, lifetime chairman of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Charity Trust. I think the whole night, if I can go on talking about him, it will be not sufficient. I think I would need Sanjayji's help to help me introduce him a little bit more. Sanjayji, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So
Hare
I have
Krishna.
been following His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji for a long time. I'm one of his followers, and I can go on and speak about him for the whole meeting. He has been my mentor, and the love and compassion I have seen about Maharajji is amazing. He has disciples all over the world. In this COVID-19 situation also, he has not stopped serving. Every day he's been giving classes to devotees all over the world to ease their pain. He's praying for them. He's also taking care of the people by distributing free prasadam under Food for Life program. So we are very, very honored to have him. There will be a lot of opportunities to hear from him. We are actually blessed to see him on the screen too. In scriptures it is said, love matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. So a moment of association of a pure soul, a saintly person, our life is successful. So we are all blessed to have His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji on a screen today with us on Zoom. Thank you so much, Jayapataka Swamiji. Let us please chant one time Hare Krishna and welcome him. Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much for your association. So we are going to introduce one more chief guest, our Alfred Ford ji, Mr. Ford, who has graciously accepted our invitation to join us today, and Braj Prabhu, who has been serving along with Alfred Ford for a long time. We thought that he would be the right person to introduce because he has close association of Mr. Ford, and he's been working with him on this TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium project in India. So I request gold medalist MTech from MTech, Mr. Braj Prabhu from Mayapur, who is working non-stop in Mayapur, helping this wonderful project, world's biggest temple in Mayapur, to introduce Mr. Ford. And once we introduce all the panelists, we're going to go back to question and answer sessions. So thank you so much, everyone. Back to you, Braj Prabhu.
Thank you all very much for joining this program, the importance of spirituality in life and business, organized by Kranti and Sanjay. Now my pranams to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and His Grace Ambarish Prabhu and all the other panelists and all of you today. I was being given this opportunity to introduce His Grace Ambarish Prabhu, known as Alfred Ford. As you know, that there are two great, very, very important personalities in this program. One is His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and the other one is whom I'm going to introduce is His Grace Ambarish Prabhu, or also known as Alfred Ford. Alfred Ford.
Ford முக்கியமானவங்களாம் இந்த சிச்சுவேஷன்ல எப்படி இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி ஜூம் மீட் போட்டுருக்காங்க.
Do one thing. Let me
ஐடி அனுப்புறேன்.
And unmute as and when needed. 1 second, please. So that we don't have any disturbance.
No, sorry for that. There was feedback. So Alfred Ford is the great grandson of Henry Ford, as all of you know.
Mr. Brush, can you please hold for 1 second?
Okay.
So that there is no more disturbance, I'm going to just mute everybody and unmute as and when we need. So give me 1 second, please. So we can hear you clearly. Yes, you can please unmute and continue.
Mute myself. Okay. Now, I wanted to introduce this great personalities. Of course, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was already introduced, but I have to say one word about him, that without him, it's Mayapur is incomplete. It's totally incomplete without him, and he has done a tremendous service to Srila Prabhupada, Sridham Mayapur, the ISKCON Society, and the whole entire planet. So thank you, Maharaj. Now, Ambarish Prabhu, also known as Alfred Ford, who is also a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, who has got his initiation in 1975. Now, Alfred Ford is also the great-grandson of Henry Ford, and continuing the legacy of his great-grandfather, who was a very big philanthropist. And Ambarish Prabhu, or Alfred Ford, takes on that side of Henry Ford. Mr. Ford, along with his wife, Dr. Sharmila Bhattacharya Ford, also known as Swaha, Devi Dasi, are visionary entrepreneurs and philanthropists with deep strategic interest in improving global health, which is very much needed in today's situation, particularly in the developing world. He has joined Ratan Tata and Strategic Advisory Board of Nanobiosym, a company which merges nanotechnology and medicine in pursuit of cutting-edge health science. Ford is also a board member of several companies, and he owns the Channel Net, and also he is the chairman of Josephine Ford Cancer Center at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. Now, coming to his spiritual side, where under the instruction of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, upon his instruction, Mr. Ford has taken the world's largest temple, to build the world's largest temple in Sridham Mayapur, and personally donated more than $30 million so that this temple will please his Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. And he has also assisted in several large projects. I remember one of the reporter in Mayapur, the chief minister, time in Mayapur, asked Mr. Alfred Ford that you are building so many temples and there are so many people who are having AIDS and other diseases. What is your answer to that? And Mr. Ford replied that if you follow Vedic principles, you will not have these kind of problems. That's what we see today, that the lack of Vedic principles cost us this kind of situation today which we are in. And he has also established the Oxford Center for Hindu Studies, and is a very great visionary. Mr. Henry Ford made cars available for everybody. Before, cars were only available for the rich class society. Henry Ford made it available for everybody. Similarly, Alfred Ford, the great-grandson, under the leadership of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, by building this temple, Mahaprabhu, that this message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be spread in every town and village. So we welcome Mr. Ford, and also all the panelists, and our dear Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, for this program. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to introduce such a very great personalities who are present here in this program. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Brajavalaji, for a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to request Kantiji to kindly introduce our next panelist, Ghansham Das ji. He is also known as Kakaji, right?
Yes. Hare Krishna. Ghansham ji has been very kind to us. He was with us for many webinars, and whenever we request him, he is always there to give his time. I'm so glad to introduce him. Ghanshyam Bhai Dholakia is founder and managing director of Hare Krishna Group and Krishna Diamond Jewelry. He is the man responsible for leading the business with front and his vision to take it to the new heights and ensure that the company will stand out from crowd. He is also known as Kakaji to the industry. In 1992, Savji Bhai has led the foundation of Hare Krishna Exports, and Ghanshyam Bhai got the responsibility of management of finances and sales. Since then to now, it has been an incredible journey for him. In the first year, he scored a turnover of 1 crore, and this year the overall turnover, including jewelry, is about 10,000 crore. Very, very exciting scale up. Over the years, Hare Krishna Export has continually adapted and transformed to remain competitive. In 2002, they ventured into jewelry, and since then, there are more and more additions in the company. Their motto is to reach out to the end consumer so that Hare Krishna Export is recognized as a brand. In 2005, they started domestic jewelry brand called Krishna, and now Krishna has become a well-known brand in branded diamond jewelry across India. His theory of working with dedication and determination is working on the principle of tan, man or dhan, a term that loosely translates into doing things wholeheartedly with passion. It is about the happiness of the people, be it colleagues, clients, or community. It is about reaching the 25th year of journey, a milestone that they are not counting but only celebrating. So we're very, very happy that Ghanshyam ji is with us. Very, very warm welcome, Ghanshyam ji, on this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Kranti ji.
Hare
Welcome,
Krishna.
sir. Ghanshyam ji, privileged to have you here. Welcome. So I have an opportunity to introduce the next panelist. Here is Mr. Balram Goenji and his wonderful son. Let me just spotlight them. I would like to introduce them. Mr. Balram Goendas, Chairman and Managing Director of Tangamail Jewelry Limited, currently having 47 showrooms across Tamil Nadu with 1,400 employees. He's also the Temple President of ISKCON Temple, Tirupalai, Madurai. He has been staying in temple since 8 years and pursue his Vanaprastha life. He also believes our daily life should be aligned with daily spiritual practice to enjoy what we are doing and be happy. A normal day of his is filled with spiritual practice, guidance for young entrepreneurs about their business, personal and family counseling for people who need, teaching Bhagavad Gita. In this lockdown period, he inspires around 500 people daily through his spiritual class through Zoom. Along with his brothers, he started a Goshala with more than 400 native breeds, cows, bulls, and calves, and farming with natural manure only. And there are a few more things about him which I've been practicing. Is the role model, the integrity and honesty what they maintain his business is something which all should follow. They are also one of the first one, just for the information of other jewelers here, they're the first one to introduce Akshaya Tritiya, which is one of the biggest opportunity for jewelers to do business. They are the ones who introduced Akshaya Tritiya in jewelry industry. And I welcome Balram Goenji and his son Prasannaji to our program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
So Kranti ji is going to take over now, and she's going to brief about the jewelry industry, and we'll go from there. And she'll give us a good idea about the program.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. I think this was a very well explained detail about all the panelists here. The need of the today's session is basically, as you all know, things are very difficult in businesses, lives all across the world and country. That is why when we were talking, Sanjay ji and me, and he said that there is nothing like, we talk about spirituality. What is the importance of spirituality in today's businesses? And I'm so thankful that all the jewelry association across the country, around 14 of them, including Gem and Jewelry Council, IBJA, SSBC, Calcutta Gem and Jewelry Welfare Association, Bada Bazar Wholesale Association, Mumbai Wholesale Association, Gujarat Jewelry Association of Ahmedabad, JMA, Bangalore, Kerala, Hyderabad, AJMA. All the associations were so happy and they all said, yes, this is the topic, this is the need of the hour. And when we also talk about somebody like Mr. Alfred Ford, who comes from a business background, and also Swamiji, Jayapataka ji, they all come from a very aristocratic families, business environment. And if these people can manage the situation with spirituality very easily, there is something to learn from this. So thank you so much, all the associations, everybody who supported this. And with this, I would like to take up a question to Mr. Alfred Ford. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Your introduction is very well explained by Prabhuji, but coming from such a business background, how the journey of spirituality started? We are very excited and very eager to know the transformation from the business environment to spirituality, and how are you balancing things? So would like to hear it from you, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to mention a couple of things. Jayapataka Maharaj's video is, I think, called Never Give Up, which was very appropriate for Maharaj because he faced some very serious health issues several years ago, and he came back stronger than ever. I have so much admiration and love for him, and he's been one of the driving forces behind the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. And so I take great shelter from his auspicious leadership in Mayapur. And also a couple more things. Brajavilas is very humble. He's doing all the work in Mayapur. I'm just taking the credit, but he does all the work. And also Sanjay was the first donor, the first big donor to the TOVP many years ago. He came to our house in Gainesville and gave us a check for $10,000. And, he drove all the way up there to see us and give us a donation. So we're very grateful to him and for everybody involved in the project. And now I talk so much, I forgot what the question was. What was the question, Mataji?
The question is your journey from your business to the spirituality.
Yeah, I got it. Well, of course, I grew up in a lot of opulence, and I was a bit of a rascal as I was growing up, but I was like Jayapataka. I was searching for something else because we had everything, but people were still not happy. So I was looking for something else, and I experimented with different kinds of religions and different spiritual practices, and none of it really made any sense to me until I started reading Srila Prabhupada's books. And I met Srila Prabhupada for the first time when I was 24 in Dallas at the Gurukula. And then I would meet him in Hawaii. Every time he would come through Hawaii, I helped purchase a temple there for ISKCON. So every time he would come through Hawaii, he would write to me and he'd say, come meet me in Hawaii. So I met him. And through that, we solidified our relationship. In 1975, I took initiation. And that put me on a path, of spirituality. And I was thinking this morning, what is the great benefit for business from spirituality? And what really came to my mind was it gave me a regulated life. And like so many other devotees, we get up very early in the morning and we meditate, and our diet is very sattvic. And, we also take shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. And the people, all the characters in the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita were going through major crises in their lives. And we can gain great steadiness from reading these stories and taking shelter of the Bhagavatam and taking shelter of Bhagavad Gita and leading a very regulated life, very sattvic life, keeps the mind very cool so that we can react to crises as they come up. And it served me very well over the years. And, you know, I will continue to practice this method because it's very, very effective. And I've never, you know, this COVID crisis is it's been a challenge for Brajavilas and myself as far as fundraising for the TOVP. But still, Brajavilas comes up with very novel ideas, and we're never going to give up. You know, we just see it as you know, another challenge to overcome in carrying out the orders of the founder Acharya. So we're just going to keep going ahead. We're not daunted by it or depressed or anything like that. So in this world today, it's a very, very mean world. We live in the age of Kali. So in order to get on with life in this world, you have to be very philosophically endowed. You have to know how to face these challenges. And the way you can do that is by reading sacred literature, especially Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. And then you know how to face these challenges as they come up. But I'm very grateful to be here today. And thank you very much for the question. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Alfred ji. Thank you. So Sri Bhagavad Gita is the answer, I would say, and every time you read it, that is what I have learned. Every time you read it, every time there is so much different to understand from it. Every time you learn, every time there is so much knowledge in it. I've read it twice, but I think now I would read it quite regularly after this.
Okay. I hope you're reading Prabhupada's edition.
Okay.
Yeah, because he puts Krishna in the middle where Krishna should be. So that's a very good. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Now, my second question is His Holiness Swamiji. Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Swamiji, I read about you that you were born to a very aristocratic business family in the US. My question is, what inspired you to dedicate your entire life to spirituality at such a young age of 17 and 18?
Can you understand what I say, or because half of my face is paralyzed?
Half of my face is paralyzed. Can you all understand Swamiji's
Otherwise, I'll have someone repeat what I say.
Otherwise, I will have someone repeat what I say.
Yes, we understand.
I think we do understand, but I request so that we don't miss any golden words. If Maharaj Prabhu can repeat, that will be nice. His assistant.
Okay.
Okay. I said my grandfather was the founder of Badger Paint.
My grandfather was the founder of the Badger Paint.
And so I was grew up. He was a multi-millionaire.
He was a multi-millionaire, and I grew up in that environment.
And before he left this world, he sold that Badger Paint.
He sold the Badger Paint.
To the House of Paint.
To the House of Paint.
About $54 million at that time.
For about $54 million at that time.
I was just, then I went to Brown University.
Then I went to Brown University.
And there was a professor visiting from Harvard.
And there was a professor visiting from Harvard.
So he told the life of Lord Buddha.
And he taught me the life of Lord Buddha.
No, he taught everyone the life of.
He gave a seminar.
He was a seminar.
He was giving a seminar.
So I attended that.
So I attended that.
And then he said how Buddha was a prince, and he went out and saw the diseased man, old man.
He said that how Buddha was a prince and he went out and he saw the diseased man, old man.
And then he saw a dead man.
And he saw the dead man.
Saw a baby born.
And he saw the baby born.
He said I have to find out the purpose of life.
Then he said, I have to find out the purpose of life.
So that also made me think that what's the purpose of life?
So that made me to think that what's the purpose of life.
And I saw different practitioners.
I saw different practitioners.
Buddhists.
Yogis.
Astral projectors.
Astral projectors.
But I went right to the source, to the people who are the head of the societies.
I went straight to the source, people who were the head of the society.
But they always had some defect.
They always had some defects.
And then I was led to see Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Then I was led to see Bhaktivedanta Swami.
At that time he was in Montreal, Canada.
At that time he was in Montreal, Canada.
I went from San Francisco to New York to Montreal.
Then I went from San Francisco to New York to Montreal.
And when I met His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
when I met His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
I found that here was a leader that practiced what he preached.
And I found that here is the leader who practiced what he preached.
So I wanted to, they asked me, what do you want to do?
He asked me, what do you want to do?
And I was thinking that I wanted to go to India.
I was thinking that I wanted to go to India
to find a guru.
To find a guru.
And I told him I wanted to go to India.
And I told him I wanted to go to India.
He said, I'll train you up first.
He said, I will train you up first.
Then I'll send you.
Then I'll send you.
So I stayed in Canada and USA.
I stayed in Canada, USA.
A couple of years.
And
then 1970 I went to India.
And in 1970 I went to India.
And so I've been, when I joined Bhaktivedanta Swami.
When I joined Bhaktivedanta Swami,
I informed my parents.
I informed my parents.
I thought they'd be very happy.
I thought that they will be very happy.
Because my father was training to be a pastor in a Christian religion.
Because my father was training to be a pastor in a Christian religion.
But he was very angry.
He
told me that he was renouncing me as a child, and that
he told me that he's renouncing me as a child.
He give my name over to the American Army and draft me.
He wants to give my name to the American Army and draft me.
So I asked Prabhupada, what should I do?
I asked Prabhupada, what shall I do?
He said, well, better to join Krishna's army.
He said that better to join Krishna's army.
So I've been in Krishna's army since then.
So I've been in Krishna's army since then.
Hare.
Jai.
I'm not retired yet.
I'm not retired yet.
No, you're not.
Excellent. Krishna's army is the one what you chose, Swamiji.
Can you repeat, Kanti?
Yes, I think I'm spellbound hearing the story. I mean, how the whole journey started. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for this wonderful explanation. My next question is, Mr. Ford.
Yes.
Mr. Ford, I heard that you have visited India many times and you are building Lord Krishna's biggest temple in the world in a small village, Mayapur, in West Bengal. And you have personally donated over $25 million for this grand project. Could you please share with our audience the vision of this temple and how is it going to help everyone in India and worldwide?
This temple was prophesied by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda, that from this temple, the love of Lord Gauranga will spread all around the world. And Srila Prabhupada, taking the order of his spiritual master and the rest of the Guru Parampara, established Mayapur as a center of ISKCON and as the center for the Krishna consciousness movement, whose purpose, one of the purposes, is to spread the holy name around and to introduce Krishna consciousness to the people worldwide. So that we have two fronts that involve Mayapur. Number one is to bring people to Mayapur. So we built this fantastic, huge building. Otherwise, we don't need such a big temple, but we have built it to attract people to come to Mayapur. And Mayapur, as some sannyasis have told me, is like a spiritual portal to the spiritual world. And the mercy of Chaitanya, who's the most merciful incarnation of Krishna, is very easy to access in Mayapur. So number one, we want to bring people to Mayapur. And number two, we want to send our message out from Mayapur with the devotees that come to Mayapur at least once a year for the big festival in February, March, Gaur Purnim. So to have them come and become revitalized and associate with each other and become more enthused to spread Krishna consciousness. And then they go back to their various centers everywhere, these centers that Srila Prabhupada helped establish around the world.
Welcome, God bless you. बीच में.
Huh? Okay.
Sorry, sir.
So that's the importance of Mayapur. It's a place to come to learn about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it's a place to go forth from to spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as you said, I've been coming to India since 1975. It was very difficult back in those days, but now it's quite wonderful. And my wife, who is Bengali, she helps me get along in India. So anyway, that's so many experiences are there from going to Mayapur. So I invite everybody, please, to come, and we'll take very good care of you, and you will feel very enlivened if you come to Mayapur. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ford. Now, my next question is to Swamiji. Swamiji, you are one of the leading spiritual masters of ISKCON and you are head of Mayapur ISKCON worldwide headquarters. I heard that you built this place from fields to now the house of world's largest Lord Krishna temple. And you're also chairman of the Vedic Planetarium, which I heard is going to be one of the top class in the world. Could you please share with us about the Mayapur and your Vedic Planetarium project and how it will benefit all of us?
Let's see, the Vedic temple of the Vedic Planetarium.
You see the temple of Vedic Planetarium.
Chairman is Ambarish Prabhu.
The chairman is Ambarish Prabhu.
I'm head of the West Wing, which is the exhibition.
I'm the head of the West Wing, which is the exhibition.
Part of the total temple of Vedic Planetarium.
Part of the total temple of the Vedic Planetarium.
You see, His Divine Grace wanted to demonstrate to the world.
You see, His Divine Grace wanted to demonstrate to the world
that the Vedas were the good science.
The Vedas are good science.
They actually reveal things which even the modern scientists have no access to.
They actually reveal things which even the modern scientists have no access to it.
So his idea of this temple,
So his idea of this temple
was that the whole temple would be
is that the whole temple would be
a Vedic planetarium.
a Vedic planetarium.
And so that
it's
not just an ordinary temple.
It is just not an ordinary temple.
Everybody goes to temple, prays.
Everybody goes to temple, prays.
And this temple would also have
But this temple would also have
a very vibrant exhibition.
A very vibrant exhibition.
And we would display.
And we would display
what this is a science presented by the Vedas.
What is the science presented by the Vedas?
What is the consciousness?
What is consciousness?
What is the evolution of the soul?
What is the evolution of the soul?
What is the cosmology?
What is the cosmology?
Many things.
Many things.
And you see, they sent a spaceship called the Voyager.
Called the Voyager.
And go to the next galaxy.
We go to the next galaxy.
And tell us radio back.
And tell us or radio back.
If there's life.
If there is a life.
And they'll expect to reach the next galaxy 10,000 years from now.
And they're expecting to reach the next galaxy 10,000 years from now.
So obviously, we're not going to live that long.
But obviously, you're not going to live that long.
And wouldn't you like to know what's in the universe?
And when you like to know what is there in the universe?
And why things happen the way they do?
And why things happen the way they do?
So we can't present everything in the Vedic planetarium, but we'll try to present enough to give people faith.
We can't present everything in the Vedic planetarium, but we can present enough to give people the faith
and understanding about the world we live in.
And understanding about the world we live in.
According to the Vedas, there's life in every planet.
According to the Vedas, there is life in every planet.
Every part of the universe.
Every part of the universe.
Life comes from life.
Life comes from life.
Not that you see the modern idea.
You see the modern idea
that somehow life comes accidentally.
Somehow life comes accidentally.
That's not a very scientific.
That is not very scientific.
You give them all the elements and say create life, they can't do it.
You give them all the elements and say create life, they can't do it.
But Bhagavad Gita tells us.
But Bhagavad Gita tells us
that there's the material energy.
That there is a material energy.
And there's a spiritual energy.
And that there is a spiritual energy.
We are the spiritual energy.
We are the spiritual energy.
That's inside the body.
That inside the body.
Without us in the body is dead.
Without us in the body is dead.
The body is our vehicle.
The body is our vehicle.
Yantra Yodani Maya.
Jantra Rudrani Maya.
So we feel that especially we born in a business family.
So we feel that especially we are born in the business family.
That Bhagavad Gita has said that such people.
That Bhagavad Gita has said that such people
are having good karma.
That they are having a good karma.
That they are in the previous lives.
They in the previous life
have done a lot of pious activities.
They have done a lot of pious activities.
We would like to see that the people who now have the good karma.
So now we like to see those people who have a good karma.
To actually understand what is the purpose of life.
To actually understand what is the purpose of life.
As Ambarish Prabhu has said.
As Ambarish Prabhu has said.
Be peaceful.
Be peaceful.
Be able to face difficulties cool-headedly.
To able to face difficulty cool-headedly.
You see, Lord Chaitanya is described in the Vedas.
You see, Lord Chaitanya, he has described in the Vedas
that an avatar of Krishna.
He is an avatar of Krishna.
Would come in the age of Kali.
He will come in the age of Kali.
But he would not declare himself Shri Krishna.
But he will not declare himself as Krishna.
Because everybody in the Kali Yuga, there's so many people claim to be God.
Because there are so many people, they claim themselves to be God.
So one of God's names is Tri Yuga.
One of the God names is Tri Yuga.
He doesn't come in the Kali Yuga as a proclaimed God.
He doesn't come in the Kali Yuga as proclaimed God.
But he is God.
But he is God.
And he gave out mercy to everyone.
And he gave out mercy to everyone.
Anyway, so we want to make, now that he left, we want people to know.
We wanted people to know
that he is the special avatar of this age.
That he is a special avatar of this age.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
I hope I'm not speaking too long.
I hope I'm not speaking too long.
Thank you.
Not at all, not at all. This is very much useful to all of us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I think we are all eagerly waiting for this temple to be ready, and I'm sure all the jewelry fraternity, we all will definitely visit and do our best to help in whichever capacity is possible from our end, sir.
Thank you.
Sanjay ji, I would now request you to take it ahead and ask questions to our next two panelists.
Thank you, Kratiji. Thank you, everyone. We have here our Ghansham ji. Ghansham ji, thank you so much.
Yes.
Welcome, sir. So,
thank you.
Our next question is to you, sir. So, there is so much I can tell about your company, but I would like to hear from you the different stories about your company. So, you are one of the leading jewelers from India, and I see your company name itself is Hare Krishna. What more we can ask, right? If anybody say Hare Krishna, they get the blessing. So, what a wonderful name you have. So I would like to ask you, what inspired you to keep this name, Hare Krishna and Hare Krishna Exports? And how do you balance the spirituality in your life and business? And I heard so much about your employees. So do please talk about your employees, how you're taking care of them during this COVID-19 situation.
First, I say thank you, KNC, Kranti, real Kranti. He is a different, so many do activity, and this is for spirituality. And today I'm very happy and proud, all big dignitary, Ambarish Ford. I am the customer of the 2000 Ford model I used in 2000 first model in India that we use. So I'm very happy that today we meet you and his journey and his what we do. So now we are like student and we are so many learn from your company and spirituality also so much learn. Second is our Jayapataka Swami, also big dignitary about the soul and thinking and philosophy. And Balram Das is our customer. So I am customer also and our customer also. This is big dignitary. So we are very happy. Your question is Hare Krishna name, how we formed the company name. You know, my uncle company name is Sri Krishna Export. So my mother always say that you like uncle. So that purpose we named the Hare Krishna. And a father also say you put the name Krishna, Hare Krishna, God name. So always a God with you. So we are all full brother and decide and we put the name the Hare Krishna Export. And 1992 we start in that type the we have in our company some part of the God part. That money we use for social charity that we use. And also, you know, now the people thinking is a change. Maybe Alfred also know so much thinking about the Indian mentality. But before 30 years, 40 years, 50 years before, parents put the name God name. Means example, Ghansham, to God name, to father and mother what thinking, okay, God name, to always talking about the God name, to we also happy. So that's why people thinking the name of the God. So that purpose also we put the Hare Krishna name. And you say about the philosophy of our employee. So we believe that ultimately I am 4 brother and we have 6 next generation. About the 6 is coming business. Total is 8, but 6 in business. But only 8,000 people is our real asset. So we always care first we thinking about our employee. Okay, our employee is happy, he good work, his family also good, then he also proper work in our factory. So we always believe how we care our employee. And then also one reason, I am to coming in Bombay in 1990, but my brother Sauji Bhai and Tulsi Bhai and Himmat Bhai come in 1977 and 78. So he himself 7-6 years he is an employee. So he know feeling about the employee thinking. So that purpose we always first priority in employee. So like either our family member, so whatever we thinking, okay, we need the good house. So maybe our employee also thinking he need also good house. We need the car. So he also thinking he also need the car. We give you our children good education. So always our employee also thinking he also need the good education. So we always first we put in our employee. You know, so many heard so only we not talking this is our family member, but we reality we take the action also in employee. And second, we care about the customer. First employee and second our customer. So we have customer, so that's why we are here. And we have worldwide 4,000 customer. So we always believe that customer come in India, yeah, customer need diamond, yeah, customer need the diamond jewelry. So he first name the Hare Krishna. So that believe, this is we thinking about the 20 years before, but last 5 years we say that type the day come, we customer come India, so customer say Hare Krishna is my house. So how we not go in Hare Krishna, we come India and not go. So that day we already come. Alfred Ford say, you know, is a in-law house in Calcutta and Mayapuri. So we say our customer, you that type they give you in atmosphere in our office like in-law house. People have some time, but he first prefer go to in-law house. There is a good facility, good care about the. So people always thinking he go in-law house. So we same treatment give you in our customer. Customer come India, so he sure visit the Hare Krishna. And different so many activity we do. So always we thinking about the customer. So our we have someone example customer have everything we have. So what we give you? So each birthday we give you 100 poor people the food. So every day 200 people we give you food. Total we have 500 customer we choose. So every day we 200 people we give you food. So always we thinking, and we also believe in spirituality. Ultimately we say a secret also in spirituality. In our spirituality also say what you think one day you believe. We every day we go to temple, pray the God. God is like in a stone way, but we also believe we pray so one day sure God my God listen and he give me what we blessing, he give me blessing and good thing. Similar like a secret also same say what you think one day you sure you achieve. So we have different so many example. Today so we not give you all, but we say we have so many examples. So that's why we always spirituality and business together. In Hare Krishna, every day factory start, office start, 9 o'clock we pray and we start the work. In India, very famous Itni Shakti Hame Dena Data. So inside the pray, end of the pray, we pray for our customer, our supplier, our consumer, and our employee. So this is maybe that multiple effect. 8,000 people every day pray, and that maybe in surrounding the vibration also work. So we always pray our consumer also happy. So sure about the Kranti say Krishna in diamond jewelry in India, more than 3,000 showroom available. But ultimately our goal, any consumer need the diamond, so he one product look the Krishna diamond jewelry. This is our goal. And ultimately we that also believe what you think in right way. We in office also every day we meditation half an hour. Our employee also meditation, our customer also do meditation. So we like together, we believe spirituality also need our business, and so many you have spirituality person, your company also spirituality. So whatever you do, you honesty, hard work, transparency, customer buy, no buy, employee work with you, maybe not work with you. Also you are like transparency. And same we believe also for our employee and customer. we always thinking our customer is happy, but what is the certificate? Now that time the day come, his son, his daughter joined the business, so he worked with Hare Krishna. So what we thinking is people is working with Hare Krishna. So we have both together spirituality, and that's why we are here. But all big dignitary to opposite, we think that we have so many pending for all level. Future also we do same level work, and we meet you again.
Thank you so much, Ghanshyamji. That was amazing answer, and we can see on your face the joy when you are speaking. That shows when you have a spiritual backing, that itself energizes you. So in spite of all this COVID-19 situation, I don't see any feeling on your face of COVID-19 or business loss or anything. You're taking care of your employees so nicely, you're taking care of your family so nicely. That clearly shows the power of spirituality. And in today's world, when people are running away from spiritual names and they're trying to give different unique names, Western names, your company is leading in India with $1.2 billion turnover. That's really great. Thank you so much for sharing the story. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Now I'd like to invite Balram Goenji. Our next question is to our next panelist. So Balram Goenji is going to speak, I guess, in Tamil, right, Prasannaji?
Yes, yes. Okay.
And then Prasannaji will hopefully translate in English. So I admire this company personally a lot. They are the first, if I'm correct, if I'm not correct, please correct me. I think they are the first public limited company in India. They have over 47 showrooms in India. And the Thangamayil Jewelers, the company brand name is Thangamayil Jewelers. You are one of the publicly traded jewelry companies from India and one of the well-known names when it comes to honesty and integrity in jewelry business. Could you please share with us about Thangamayil and how you practice spirituality in your personal life and business?
Hare Krishna. First,
Hare Krishna.
Dandavad pranam to my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Dandavad pranam to Ambarish Dasa. And Dandavad pranam to Ghanshyam Prabhu and Sanjay Prabhu, Kranti Prabhu, Kranti Madaji, and all the disciples, all the devotees. First, I am now Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami disciple.
My father is a disciple of our Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj.
First, because I want Guru Maharaj blessing to speak. So,
he needs Guru Maharaj blessing to speak.
Okay. So,
maybe.
நான் 1996 நான் ஆன்மீகத்துக்குள்ள நுழைந்தேன்.
So he came into the spiritual practice in 1996.
From this 96 I changed my life. என்னோட வாழ்க்கை change பண்ணேன்.
So he changed his total life after joining in spiritual practice in 1996.
So 1999 I take initiation from Guru Maharaj.
So he took initiation from Guru Maharaj in the year 1999.
So அப்பொழுது என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையே change ஆயிடுச்சு.
So his life totally transformed to the next level after taking initiation from Guru Maharaj.
So Bhagavad Gita அப்படியே நாங்க ஃபாலோ பண்றோம்.
So he keeps perfectly follows what Bhagavad Gita says.
So morning 3:30 wake up.
So he gets up early morning at 3:30.
Do Mangala Arati.
So he completes his Mangala Arati
and 16 round chanting.
So he completes 16 rounds of chanting. Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Guru Puja.
And next is Guru Puja.
Bhagavatam class.
Bhagavatam class.
Now we Bhakti Vichar team to all the young entrepreneurs.
After that, he gives classes to all the young entrepreneurs through Bhakti Viksha.
So then our business என்னுடைய மனைவியும் கிளாஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்க.
So Mataji also is giving class to the female employees and other people who are joining the classes.
பக்திக்கு வந்த பிறகு எங்களுடைய வியாபாரத்துல அபரிதமானது.
After we started spiritual practice, our business grew multifold.
First only one showroom இருந்தது, இப்ப 47 showroom.
We had basically only one showroom, so now we have 47 showroom in Tamil Nadu.
ஏன்னா we follow quality.
So we follow quality in business.
Good service for customers.
And good service to the customers.
And also employees.
And employees.
So every day morning prayer to Kadai prayer.
So like Ganashyam ji told, we do morning prayers when we open the showroom, all showroom, all office, everywhere. So we do chanting, we do puja, then only we start the business.
Good. Very good. Bhagavad Gita class கடையில் நடக்கும்.
So we do in shifts of having classes for employees on Bhagavad Gita.
Laddu prasadam to customers.
And we give laddu as prasadam
to
all the customers who enter to our showroom.
Laddu prasadam. Guru Maharaj instruction கொடுத்தாரு, எல்லாருக்கும் Prabhupada books கொடுக்க சொல்லி gift.
Guru Maharaj has instructed him to give books to all the customers. So Prabhupada books. So we've been distributing books to all the customers who come and visit our showroom.
4 lakh books.
We have till now distributed 4 lakhs books yearly, every year.
So நாம் வந்து இந்த கிருஷ்ண பக்தியை சிறப்பான முறையில் ஃபாலோ பண்றோம்.
We follow Krishna Bhakti in a very sincere manner in our personal life and business life.
So that we will grow nicely.
So that we will definitely grow in a next stage.
இல்லைன்னா நாங்கள் ஒரு சின்ன கம்பெனி.
Otherwise, we are a very small shop in Madurai in a small area.
But now we are in the second phase.
So now we are, like Sanjay Bhai said, we were the first retail jewelry company to be listed in India from Madurai. So it's all because of our Guru Maharaj and spiritual practice.
So we will have our first employees as well.
We regularly engage our employees into spiritual practice. Now also through Zoom. So regularly we conduct classes to like male employees. We have teams to take, and female employees our Mataji takes. So regularly we should make some, because in this current situation people should not get fear of things. So we regularly keep in touch on what is spiritual practice, what Krishna says about life, and everything. We regularly have Zoom classes.
So they are happy.
So they are not worried and they are happy.
So chant Hare Krishna, be happy.
So chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate. That's so wonderful. I personally know so much about your company, and hearing from you directly, is really encouraging. In fact, I have been practicing spirituality myself for a long time too. And if you really analyze, we can give food to people for some days, some months. We can give money to people for some days, some months. But when we give the gift of spirituality, when we give gift of Bhagavad Gita, you actually save them for life. They can be confident, and they can survive all these situations. So giving a gift of spirituality is much, much higher than any other gift. Of course, we should take care of the need right now and do whatever we can. But what you are doing with your employees is really inspiring, that you are not only taking care of them financially, but you're taking care of them spiritually also. And your company is growing. That shows a signal that when you serve Lord, He reciprocates, and your business, your family, everybody is happy. And when we look at your face itself is glowing, that shows the proof that you are successful in business and spirituality. Thank you so much. So I would like to request Kranti ji to take over and continue the program for the next panelist.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, Balarama ji. I remember the laddus definitely whenever I come to your shop. So that is for sure. And also the books which I got. I mean, the vibration itself is so divine when you enter their shop. That itself speaks, there is a lot more than just words beyond, you know. So thank you so much being with us, sir. And thank
One
you
thing I want to add, Krantiji, before we go. When I heard the way they do the inauguration, I think this is the one of the only company in the world where if you want to attain their new showroom inauguration, you have to get up at least 3:30 a.m. because their inauguration starts at 4:30 a.m. Am I correct? So they
Start with Mangalarti and go
Mangalarti.
Yes.
Mangalarti, that's how you inaugurate your showrooms, right? You start with Mangalarti at 4:30
Mangalarti
a.m.
and Go Puja.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, sir. Now my next question is to Swamiji. Swamiji, I think I'm seeing a lot of messages. People are so happy that you're there on this session, and everybody is very, very, delighted to hear from you. Thank you so much once again. My question is, I think in 2008 you had a massive brain hemorrhage stroke with less than 1% chance of survival, followed by another 3 near-death episodes, and recently you underwent a massive 12-hour surgery. Not only you miraculously survived all these challenges, but you never stopped praying and serving humanity. I also heard how you are serving COVID-affected people around West Bengal and around the world by your Food for Life program and your own ongoing spiritual counseling. We wanted to know what keeps you always positive and motivated. Please share how we can remain positive in the midst of this worst crisis of COVID-19, which the world is facing today.
Since I got this wisdom from His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Since I got this wisdom from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
He revealed how the material world is designed in such a way
He revealed how this material world is designed in such a way
that when people break the laws of nature, break the laws of God,
when people breaks the laws of nature, breaks the law of God,
there are periodical wars, famines, pestilences,
there will be periodic war, famine, pestilences,
natural cyclones, hurricanes,
earthquakes,
etc. So, because this is the nature is paying back for all the crimes of the people.
Nature is paying back for all the crimes of the people.
We know that the present pandemic doesn't come from human beings.
We know that this present pandemic didn't come from the human being.
It comes from animals.
It comes from animals.
And people have been mistreating animals.
And people have been mistreating animals.
There's protests all over the world about racism.
There's a protest from all over the world about racism.
That's also a valid point.
That's also a valid point.
But we should see also
that
animals should they also have rights.
And we should also see that animals should have their rights.
And people are killing billions of animals.
People are killing billions of animals.
Now we're suffering the pandemic.
And now we are suffering the pandemic.
Coronavirus comes from animals.
Coronavirus comes from animals.
That's why we don't have any natural antibodies.
That's why we don't have any natural antibodies.
Now, people may be in a rich family now.
Maybe people from the rich family now.
But when they die,
then
they take a new birth.
And
there's no telling what birth they get.
And no one can be telling what birth they get.
And they may be born in a poor family.
They may be born in a poor family.
It depends what their karma is.
It depends what their karma is.
So people do a lot of Krishna conscious activities.
So people do a lot of Krishna conscious activities.
Then they can go back to Godhead.
And they can go back to Godhead.
or at least they can take a very pious, auspicious birth.
At least they can take a very pious, auspicious birth.
Depends what they want.
Depend what they want.
Now, we're trying to help see one of the principles of Vaishnavism.
See, one of the principles of Vaishnavism
is para dukkha dukhi.
Is para dukkha dukhi.
When other people are sad, we also feel sad.
When people are sad, we also feel sad.
Prabhupada has said that.
Prabhupada have said that
Krishna is everyone's father.
Krishna is everyone's father.
So he's a father in the presence of the father.
And he's
the children don't go hungry.
He's the father, and in the presence of father, the children should not go hungry.
He said that within a 10-mile radius.
He said that within the 10-mile radius,
no one should go hungry.
No one should go hungry.
So during the lockdown.
So during the lockdown,
people don't have work.
People don't have work.
They're going hungry.
They're going hungry.
So we're feeding the people as much as we can.
So we are feeding the people as much as we can.
And we're doing that also here in Mayapur. We're doing it in Sagar Island.
We are doing that in Mayapur, in Sagar Island.
And also amongst the tribals.
And also amongst the tribals.
But we are encouraging to see one of the devotees of Lord Chaitanya is called Udaran Thakur.
One of the devotees of Lord Chaitanya called Udaran Thakur.
He was a jeweler.
He was a jeweler.
And but he was so blessed with spirituality.
He was so blessed with spirituality.
And he got all the other jewelers to also chant Hare Krishna. And
he got all the other jewelers also to chant Hare Krishna.
And to do some devotional service.
And had them to do some devotional service.
He developed a natural love for Godhead.
So he developed a natural love for Godhead.
He would chant Hare Krishna and cry in ecstasy.
He would chant Hare Krishna and cry in ecstasy.
Lord Chaitanya's associate, Nityananda.
Lord Chaitanya's associate, Lord Nityananda.
He would stay in Udaran Thakur's house.
He would stay in the house of Udaran Thakur.
Normally, these great devotees would only stay in Brahmana's houses.
Normally, these great devotees would stay only in Brahmin's house.
But Nityananda Prabhu, he saw that Udaran was a devotee.
Nityananda Prabhu, he saw that Udaran Thakur is a devotee.
So he would stay in his house.
He would stay in his house.
We're very concerned that people should do some devotional service.
So we are very concerned that people should do some devotional service.
So that in the next life.
So that in the next life.
They go back out of this material world.
They go back out of this material world.
And go to the spiritual world.
And go to the spiritual world.
What
motivates you to keep being positive?
Also, to think positive at all times.
And also to think positive at all times.
I've been through various difficulties.
I've been through various difficulties.
But I have many things that my Gurudev told me to do.
I have many things that my Gurudev told me to do.
One thing was that he said. Have this temple of Vedic planetarium.
Have this temple of Vedic planetarium.
And so we're very grateful that Ambarish Prabhu.
And we're very grateful that Ambarish Prabhu.
Henry Ford's
grandson.
He has also taken up this service.
He has taken up this service.
So we're trying to work cooperatively.
So we are trying to work cooperatively.
And many PhDs and scientists are helping us.
And many PhDs and scientists are helping us.
To show that the Puranas.
To show that the Puranas.
Vedas are good science.
The Puranas and Vedas are good science.
The descending knowledge.
The descending knowledge.
Just like you buy let's say a computer or a radio.
Just like when you buy a computer or radio.
Then it comes with a factory instruction how to use it.
It comes with a factory instruction on how to use it.
Similarly, the universe
has
an instruction
how to use it.
how to use it.
What's the laws of
What-
nature?
What's the law of nature?
And people are frustrated, fearful because they don't know
People are frustrated, they are fearful because they don't know
what is the law of nature.
what is the law of nature.
And so Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, various
So
Puranas,
Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and various Puranas,
they give us the knowledge
they give us the knowledge
what is in this universe,
what is in this universe,
what is beyond the universe,
what is beyond the universe,
and how the universe is created,
and how the universe is created,
how it's maintained, how
how
it's
is
destroyed,
maintained, and how is destroyed.
and what should we do.
And what should we do?
So we understand that now people are suffering
And we understand that now people are suffering
because they have broken laws of nature.
because they have broken the laws of nature.
If we can get all the people to chant
And if we can get all the people to chant
the names of God,
the names of God,
then this will make a big change.
and that will make a big change.
If they chant the Sanskrit names, all right.
If they can chant in Sanskrit, it's all right.
But if they have some other scripture they want to follow,
But if they have some other scriptures that they want to follow,
at least chant the name of God
but at least chant the name of God,
in whatever scripture they have.
whatever scriptures that they have.
So we found that in the Kali Sandana Upanishad gives the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
We found that in the Kali Santarana Upanishad that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra,
And there it says,
and there it says,
it is Sadhu Sakam Nam Nam,
it is so the Sakam Nam Nam,
Kali Kalma Sanam.
Kali Kalmasanasanam.
All the evil effects of the present age of Kali
All the evil effects of the present age of Kali
are counteracted.
are counteracted.
So we like to help the people in the long run
So we like to help the people in the long run
to be able to deal with these difficult times.
to be able to deal with this difficult time.
And so that's why we're encouraging. On one hand, we're trying to do the material social
So that's why
charity, but we're also trying to give them spiritual knowledge.
so in one hand we are trying to encourage people by giving them the social necessities, and on the other side we are trying to help them for the spiritual development.
So if they can chant Hare Krishna,
So if they can chant Hare Krishna,
chant Narasimhadev, chant some holy name of God,
chant Narsimhadev, chant some holy name of God,
and that will be for their benefit.
that will be through their benefit.
Even the Supreme Court in India said
Even in the Supreme Court in India said
that many more people may die of the fear
that many more people may die of the fear
of the pandemic
than
the actual disease.
the actual disease.
Some people have committed suicide
Some people have committed suicide
as soon as they were tested positive.
as soon as they were tested positive.
So therefore the Supreme Court said,
Therefore, the Supreme Court said,
have bhajan, kirtan, and namaz.
have bhajan, kirtan, and namaz.
So like that, we're trying, it shouldn't have to come from the Supreme Court,
It shouldn't have come from the Supreme Court.
but at least somebody has understood.
At least somebody have understood.
So we will encourage people
So we encourage people
to use a portion of their income
to use a portion of their income
and spiritually beneficial activities,
in these spiritually benefit activities.
like rather than just giving out food, we give out prasadam.
Like rather than giving out food, we give out prasadam.
That feeds the stomach
That feeds the stomach
and also helps the soul.
and helps the soul.
So like that, we're trying to do the needful.
So like that, we are trying to do the needful.
So somehow I feel very indebted
Somehow I feel very indebted
for His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami's contribution.
by the contribution of His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
So I'm trying to carry out his instructions.
So I'm trying to carry out his instruction.
And I hope that everyone else will see the wisdom in that if they read.
And everyone else, they see the wisdom if they read.
And that way,
and in that way,
they can actually bring a better world.
And in that way, they can actually bring a better world.
Actually, the Kali in the Brahma Vaivarta Puran.
Actually, in the Brahma Vaivarta Puran,
there's a prediction that
there is a prediction that
of the golden age for 10,000 years.
Yeah, in the golden age of 10,000 years.
5,000 years after Kali starts.
5,000 years after Kali starts.
So right now we're 5,000 years after Kali.
So right now we are in the 5,000 age of the Kali.
So we would hope that.
So we hope that
with the help of the influential people.
With the help of the influential people.
We could bring in the golden age.
We could bring the golden age.
Everyone basically a devotee of the Lord.
Where everyone basically the devotee of the Lord.
And that the world is a peaceful place.
And the world is a peaceful place.
Jai. Jai Maharaj.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Maharajji.
Thank you, Kandi.
Sanjay ji?
Kranti ji?
Haan ji.
Yes, welcome. Maharaj ji just told you thank you. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, yes. I also said thank you so much, Maharajji. We also have among us very renowned jewelers from across the country. We have Srinivasanji from Emerald Industries with us. We have Babludaji from East. We have Pankaj Parekh-ji. A lot of people are there. Thank you so much for being there. We are very honored to have Mr. Shankar Sen, who is the managing director of Senco Gold and Diamonds, and is also vice chairman of Gem and Jewelry Domestic Council of India. Shankarji, welcome to this session. And
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, on behalf of the industry, Shankarji has a question to Mr. Alfred Ford. So, Shankarji, very, very warm welcome to you, and over to you, sir.
Hare Krishna, Mr. Ford, or Dasa, your new name, I should call you. I have a humble curiosity. I think it will help all of our business fraternity to understand how we should balance between our business and our spiritual life. Because in India, we always pursue spirituality in our personal capacity. But sometimes we are puzzled and confused how we should balance between this when there is a critical situation in a business. So please guide us.
Thank you, Shankarji. Over to you, sir.
Hare Krishna. I think that, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that, you're entitled to do your work as it's prescribed, but you're not necessarily entitled to the fruits of that work. Huh? And, it's difficult sometimes to figure out which way you should proceed. But I think that you need to have guidance from higher authorities. That's what I found for myself personally. And that's why I took initiation from a self-realized pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, and he's guided my life ever since I was 25. So we all experience ups and downs in our personal life and in business. And, you know, we have to accept that that's just the way it is in the material world. There are ups and there are downs. At the same time, if we have a goal in mind, if we have a purpose in life, and our purpose is not to accumulate wealth for our own sense gratification, but to create wealth to help other people and help mankind, and also to do some service to the Supreme Personality, then everything falls into perspective. Otherwise, if we're just engaged in activity to serve ourselves or our immediate family, it becomes very selfish. You know, we have to look beyond the boundaries of our own family and look at mankind and how to help mankind and how to elevate ourselves spiritually and how to elevate others spiritually. So I've always taken the advice of my Guru Maharaj and his vision of the world, because before I came to Krishna consciousness, I was very, very selfish, you know, to be quite frank. But at an early age, I realized that I had been born into a position that people are striving for all their lives. All their lives are striving for a position of fame and money. And I was born into that position, but I could see that it's not a recipe for necessarily a recipe for happiness. So there has to be some deeper understanding of life, what our purpose is in life. And once we understand what that purpose is and what that deeper understanding is, then no matter what the fruits are of our labor, whether they're great or whether they're small or they go through cycles like they usually do, then we can weather that storm and be productive and have a life that's full of meaning. So that's been very important to me. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, sir. It was overwhelming, and it will definitely guide us how to sail through the critical situation in our business, and also will guide us how icon like you is managing the spirituality and a huge business empire, which will be a guiding force for all of us. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And
Thank
with
you.
that, Hare Krishna. And
Okay.
with that, I also like to extend our profound thanks from all the business community in India to all our esteemed audience who has gathered today and to have this sublime discourse made by Jayapataka Swamiji, which has given us a different lights and the meanings of what our future journey should be. And personally, in Calcutta, I am extremely involved with ISKCON from a very long time when I was child. And then over the period, I am regularly involved with Kolkata and Mayapur in their every activities. And personally, I should take this opportunity to be grateful, to extend our gratitude that in this COVID crisis, you are feeding more than 50,000 people every day in Calcutta, in Mayapur. It's a great gesture, and it is helping a lot of people in numerous ways that I cannot express in words. So that is the gratitude I like to express here in this platform. And I am sure that you are doing all this kind of human, charities all over the world. And this is our sincere, gratitude to all the ISKCON devotees that it will be an inspiration to us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
Hare Krishna, Shankarji. Thank you so much. Shankarji also has been very, very helpful in his capacity as a vice chairman of the GJC, and he has also done a lot for the karigars in our industry. So thank you so much, Shankarji.
Thank you.
It
And
is
Hare Krishna to all our esteemed guests.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
I think I'm very, very honored, Jayapataka Swamiji, that I was moderating this session and I had the opportunity to personally talk to you and ask these questions. And so honored and so obliged that you came and you gave us your advice, your speech, wonderful experience. I know that, you have been doing this charity and service to the industry, especially in West Bengal, because I also work very closely in the West Bengal industry. Been feeding so many people, especially even during the COVID time. That's really beyond words, in spite of your all the challenges what you faced in life in terms of your operations and other things. I really appreciate your time, sir, and would definitely love to come over and meet you in Mayapur once the lockdown gets over, and I personally would like to come and take your blessings, sir. So thank you so much being with us. And with this, I also like to thank Alfred ji for being on this forum, and Sanjay ji, I would now request you to extend the closing remarks and vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Kranti. I would like to read something from the text message. One devotee, one ruler, Nirav Mehta, he has written, "Superb webinar, all great people. Hope this will change the way of thinking and living life to road of moksha." That was a nice comment, I thought. And we are seeing a lot of wonderful comments. He has also mentioned, I would like to donate for the temple building if possible, a small bit. So there's a great desire. Thank you so much. So there are wonderful messages coming.
Nirav ji is a very enterprising jeweler, very active. Recently, he has come up with a e-magazine called Passion Fox, and my company, KNC Services, we have partnered with him for Market Date. And he was very, very instrumental in the Jewelers Fight Corona Association, which also helped Karigars in Zaveri Bazaars. So thank you, Nirav ji. With us.
Nice, thank you. So I would like to first thank Kranti ji and her team for constantly working to help jewelry industry during this COVID-19 pandemic, and all the Jewelry Association for supporting today's event. Thank you so much. Our special thanks to His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji for taking out time from his busy schedule to bless us with your divine association. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. My humble gratitude towards Ambarish Prabhu ji, Mr. Ford, for accepting our invitation and giving us your valuable time and sharing your personal experience to help our jewelry industry with your knowledge and experience. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sincere thanks to Ghanshyam ji and Balram Govind ji and Prasanna ji, Brajbala ji. Your companies are a role model for our jewelry industry. How you balance your spirituality in your personal life and business is clearly visible by the way you conduct your jewelry business. Thank you so much for joining today's meeting. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sanjay.
My heartfelt appreciation for all the jewelers and their family members for your participation today. On behalf of all the jewelers, now I request His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji to invoke prayers for a peaceful life, good health for all our jewelry industry members and for world peace. So Swamiji, please bless us. You're mute. Yes, you're ready. Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now let everyone chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
My Lord, Radha Krishna, Panchatattva, Lord Narasimha, Jagannath Baladev, to run the blessings, if they are so desire, by all those participating, be healthy, be spiritually conscious. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Maharajji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we have so much about the temple of Vedic Planetarium. I'm sure some of you would like to see what is the temple getting built. It's the world's biggest Lord Krishna temple. The center dome is almost 1 acre, and this is 330 feet high. So would you like to see a temple of Vedic Planetarium? And then we can end this call. You ready? Give me thumbs up. Thank you. Let me show the temple with Guru Maharaj and everybody's blessings. Hare Krishna. Jai. One second. Kranti ji, you are there?
Yes, Hare Krishna. I'm like beyond words.
This temple will really inspire you once you see this presentation. This is beautiful project. We are ready. 1 second. Thank you, everyone. Hope you liked that temple.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all are invited.
Yes. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah. Got a lot of work to do.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now what I'll do, I'll unmute everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. And please stay safe and healthy. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Rishi. Thank you, Fordji. Thank you, Balram Gunji. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you. We went over time a little bit.
Thank you, Sanjay
Hare
sir. Thank you,
Krishna, Hare
Kranti ma'am.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare
See you.
Krishna,
Be safe.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much.
Thanks to Sanjay Prabhu also, Sarvajay Krishna Prabhu for this wonderful arrangement on behalf of all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
It was a pleasure that everybody is speaking from the heart. For
Yes.
Mr. Alfred Ford, Swamiji, Sanjay Bhai. I mean, it's as Kranti ma'am you said, today's day we will never forget in our life, and it's going to change our life from today.
Absolutely. Today is a life-changing day. Fortunately. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji, for making this happen. Really, really blessed.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you all. Okay. Hare
Thank you so
Krishna.
much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.
I hope you will not be liking to end the meeting.
Yes.
But we have to.
We have to, unfortunately. But thank you so much, Mr. Ford.
Okay.
Really appreciate
Hare
it.
Krishna. Yeah.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and please keep chanting the holy names. We'll all be out of this COVID-19 crisis very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kranti ji. Really enjoyed working with you. You're a wonderful
Same here,
soul.
same
Thank you so
here.
much.
Ashok ji is also with us. He is the president of Calcutta Gem Jewelry Association. Ashok ji, would you like to say something? Sorry, I could not get the time to talk.
Please bring him on. Please unmute. Ashok ji.
Yeah, I'm doing that. हाँ जी अशोक जी नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है.
I saw Abhay Bhai from Kirtilal also on there. Ashok ji, somehow we cannot hear you.
I've unmuted everybody, Sanjay ji.
Yeah.
आता बघ.
You're not able to hear him, Kanti ji, right?
Yes, I think there's some
Get
issue.
text message from him so we can share with everybody. So we have to do the hard job now. We have to end this meeting. This is very difficult to end the meeting. We are happy to see all the wonderful jewelers around the world. Thank you so much. With your permission, we'll end the meeting now so that you all can take some rest. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare. I hope everybody will be safe. Thank you so much.